promise, I told y'all, we for the people, by the people, and we support the people, and we also like the stories that are out there from regular people, man. Give them an opportunity to share their stories, and something that's near and dear to my heart. I've been telling y'all about this episode coming up, and there's many more to come. A soldier story, tales from a soldier, where we get to tell our view from the standpoint of the armed forces, educate some of the people, get some of our veterans some good, solid information to go along with, because Lord knows they don't get it, you know what I mean, as they're supposed to. And tell some of these funny stories, man, and also get some people back interested in joining the armed forces, because it's a great opportunity for your life. And like I said, this is the Theeangrytedshow, and I'm here with my brother in arms, and also a good brother. I had a chance to talk to him off the camera as well, my man Rod. We give him an opportunity to explain to the people about his years in the Army and what he's currently trying to do now going forward. Introduce yourself to the people.
Thank you. I appreciate the time. My name is Samuel Dowling. Grew up around there on 12th and Susquehanna, Irvine Street, call it M Block. Did 20 years active duty from 1996 to 2016. And there's a difference between, because I don't want to start saying Army terms and people understand it, but active duty means that's your job. You don't do it just on the weekends. That's the reserve. National Guard is one weekend a month,
2 weeks out of the
summer.
Yep.
But the active, that's your job. You go where they say go, Germany, South Korea, Alaska, down South Texas, and I've been all over.
And I got to get right.
I've been to 2 deployments. Two deployments. I was in Kosovo, that was my first deployment, and I've been in Afghanistan. Afghanistan was my last deployment. And if people listen, I'm a 14 Romeo. Everybody in the Army know they got a job, normally take to a number. That's sight forward, heavy crew member basically. Shoot down airplanes, shoot tanks, or any other enemy combatants. We provide protection for the tanks and infantry on the front line, shoot down airplanes and helicopters for them. That's my job.
As y'all can see, shooting serious. And with that being said, I gotta ask you this, brother, as a former military member myself. Yeah. How do you think that affected your life coming from North Philly, the trenches, as we say? You know what I mean, the battleground. You know what I mean? That, you know, we had the crack era was heavy. We had all types of stuff going on back then that could have distracted you. What gave you what gave you the courage to join the military? And I must say the courage, because it takes courage, and you're gonna hear why later on in the show, ladies and gentlemen.
The Army wasn't even, I think everybody played it when they was younger, but it wasn't even on my radar when I went through high school. I was working at Tucker House nursing home. I was doing the floors, and it's just an old man. I remember cleaning his room all the time, but out of nowhere he woke up, and it's a true story. He said, "You shouldn't be here." And I took it like, well, who else going to clean the room? But he set up and said, "You shouldn't be here." And the way he said it, I was like, yo, that's a sign. Like, I went through school, high school, went to one of the smartest schools, engineering and science. I was like, yo, I shouldn't be doing floor. Nothing against people doing, you do what you do to get by, provide food on the table. But I was like, I need to do something better with my life. And at the time, my girlfriend was pregnant with my first daughter. And I was living at home with my mom, and I had to make a move. I was 21 years old, and my sister was in the Navy, my half-sister. She was a recruiter. She came to get me to join the Navy, and I always joke about this. It was 50 cents. 50 cents. Me going back to the car to get a soda, 50 cents for a soda out the machines back in the day. That was the difference of me joining the Navy and the Army, because she went into the recruiting office. I came in after her, but didn't know where she went. And the first office I walked in was the Army, and I was sold. I was sold.
That's usually how it goes.
She didn't change my mind.
That's usually how it goes. Now, we got to get right into it. When you first went to basic training, how was that experience, bro? Because I get this question asked all the time. And when I tell people this, they don't understand the shit is a life-altering, changing experience. Let's give the people a little bit of it, man. First of all, just tell them where you went first.
I went to Fort Sill, Oklahoma. The boondocks, just in the middle of nowhere. It's in Lawton, Oklahoma, but it's Fort Sill, Oklahoma. I didn't know what to expect. But you knew, like when I got, let me tell you, Philly, like they say, I think the song was, if you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. If you make it in Philly, you can make it anywhere. You can make it anywhere. I grew up, with the stern parents, we got discipline, we got beatings, and all that. So I knew in my head, well, the drill sergeant can't beat me. I'm used to my dad howling in my face. I'm used to that.
Right.
But it was also the drill sergeant was putting their hands on people secretly back then, in a secret way. But basic training was an experience like no other. Funny. I look at it now and it was hilarious. It was probably one of the funniest times in my military life. But at the time I was going through it, you think you're going through hell. But the drill sergeant just there to change you from Samuel Dowling into Private Dowling. That's all he's doing. He's changing you from trying to be cool on 12th Street to just surviving in a battle. That's all they doing. They don't really hate you. They ain't going home figuring out ways to make your life miserable. I know, because I became close friends with drill sergeants later down in life. I trained to be a drill sergeant. And it's just a job.
Now, he just told you something that was key. Because within what he said was basically telling you it's a mental battle. Now, I have to ask him this. With you understanding what their end goal was back in the day, during that time, bruh, we gotta know, man, when you got a Southerner, and yes, no disrespect to the Southerners, and this gentleman has a round and brown, the round and brown, and that shit is poking you in your front of your head, in your face, and he's constantly talking to you, and don't let him have a list. It's like spit flying everywhere, and you can't react. How was that feeling, bro? Tell him.
First thing first, everybody from Philly, back in the 90s, everybody in Philly was in the game. I don't care where you came from. As soon as you told the drill sergeant, first sergeant, commander, you going through inspections, Private Dowling, 14 Romeo, last four, blah, 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 blah. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They'll probably scream in your face, ah! And then they're like, you think you cool, you think you a game member, cool, but they come up with they never call you by your name. I'm gonna tell you this, they barely called you by your name. They called you Joe, Hero, and you wasn't a hero. First time they called you Hero, hey hero, get over here. You think you did something good. You're calling me Hero, I'm gonna stick over here, I did something good. You running over there, and either your dog tag hanging out wrong, you got a button undone, your boot laces hanging out.
Or your BDUs in my case was wrinkled.
And they smoke you. And smoking you mean they gonna make you do exercises until the smoke steam is coming off the top of your head. And that's what they do. Beat your face, push up, side straddle, hops.
Now,
sit up, everything that you think of, iron mics.
He brought up something that's very near and dear to my heart because I'm gonna get into it. I was one of those soldiers who had to test people and do things like that. We're gonna get into the stories, but I gotta ask him because he just brought up something. Now, when you talked about the smoking and the steam literally coming off your head, brother, will you tell the people what the word front back go is?
That's yo, my legs hurt right now thinking about it. I'm tired just doing two of them. Front is drop down in the front in the rest position. Back, flip, you gotta jump up and then get back down on your back. And you might be doing sit-ups, or you might be doing V-ups, or you might be doing some sort of ab exercise. And then go is jump up and sprint. Don't do that slow little. Don't do that. You got to sprint. And I found all they doing, all this whole time smoking you is just making you stronger. So you can pass that last PT test. You got to pass that PT test to graduate basic training. A lot of people with all the qualifications of their weapons, throwing grenades, and they give them that last PT test and they fail, they get recycled. Recycle means you got to start over somewhere, maybe week 1, week 2. You got to do another 9 weeks of what you just went through before you can say, I want to go home.
I'm going to introduce something to the people right
that
now.
That comeback goal is a beast.
And because I have a fellow veteran up here, he'll understand. We got to tell the war stories, baby.
Oh, man.
The funniest shit you've ever encountered.
Okay, this is the funniest. This is in boot camp.
In boot camp.
This is in boot camp. I ain't even get to the time when you permanent party, where you actually, the Army is not all basic training. Once you get done with boot camp and you learn your job, which is like a college for the Army, AIT, once you learn your job, like I said, we both go through boot camp, but T go off to be an engineer, combat engineer. We're going to learn about blowing up or detonating stuff, and I'll go off to learn to shoot missiles and learn to identify what's a friendly aircraft or enemy aircraft. That's AIT. Then you go to a permanent duty station where you now is doing basically a 9 to 5. But your 9 to 5 is a little different than everybody else's 9 to 5. But you're getting up at 6 in the morning and you're doing your PT. Like they say you do more before 9 than the rest of the world do all day. You do PT, you eat, change into your uniform,
and you go to work.
And you go to work. That's it. And you get more days off than you do in a civilian world. You get days off just from looking at you look good today. And you want to do your boots shiny. Hey, you want to take the rest of the day off.
That type shit.
Federal holidays. Every holiday you get off. And then you get 30 days of paid leave a year.
That's very important.
30
I know a lot of y'all trying to hear that. From days off, you're still getting paid by Uncle Sam.
30 days paid leave. No such thing as 10 sick days. You got unlimited sick days. But you gotta be sick. Don't what's the word? Because it's inducing, it's malingering. Where you just fake like you sick so you don't have to get up in the morning. Don't do that. If they catch you on that.
Now you done been to war, you done been to base.
I gotta tell a funny story.
You gotta get it in 20 years. By the way, it's a 20-year veteran. By the way. And I salute you, brother.
Hey,
I was only able to make it 12, but it's the 12 best years of my life. In 20 years, you had to have done or saw some things.
I'm gonna tell y'all,
to this day.
Just boot camp alone was fun, but when you get to the regular job, that's when you talk about the clubs. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it real.
Keep it real with the folks.
The women. Let me tell you something. If you black, and you go to Germany, you get laid as a man. You get laid. I don't care who you are, what you look like, married, single. I don't care. Them German women gonna come up to you and ask, "Are you an American?" As soon as they hear you talk,
sorry, Dr. Umar.
they're gonna know you from Philly. I mean, they're gonna know you from America. They're gonna hear the little slang in your voice. You're gonna say, "Hey, I never said I'm from Pennsylvania. I always say I'm from Philly."
And that's like a trump card right there. That's a trump
never
card.
said Pennsylvania. People say, "Where you from?" North Philly. What state is that in? Philadelphia.
That's a trump card.
I don't say Pennsylvania.
I'm gonna tell you right now. When we got into it, you said basic training. How did you feel during that period when we had to do the gas mask?
Scared to death.
How did that affect you,
Scared
brother?
to death.
Because to this day, I really feel like some of that shit is still in my nose, man. That shit right there.
You go in the room like this here, they got just a little small can in the middle of the room. You like, but where the gas? Because you expected it to see it like in cartoons or something. Like green smoke coming up. You don't see it. You got a mask on. Y'all all standing around in a circle. They make y'all do these exercises. Y'all do everything. You talking. You getting confidence in your mask because they like, hey. And then they tell you do one thing. You break the seal on the mask and you take a breath. and you seal it back up. But when you take that breath, you start coughing and sneezing like, oh. And then at the very end, you line up and you gotta take your mask completely off and you sniffing it in and you coughing, you sneezing, snot coming down your nose. The other thing, that morning, they was real friendly. The drill sergeants was real friendly with milk. If you don't know, milk coats your stomach. But when you convulse, it comes out through your nose. So they want to laugh. The drill sergeants want to laugh.
They can't wait to torture your ass.
Like, hey, brother, come on, get yourself an extra strawberry milk. Now, me being from feeling like, wait a minute, man. It's like somebody trying to sell your Rolex for 10, like, wait a minute. You've been mean to me all this time. Now all of a sudden you want to give me extra milk?
The mind Jedi mind trick. But
good.
But if you understand what he's saying, ladies and gentlemen, this is why they were so tough.
They tough
on the inner city kids, because we peeped their game long before they even ran.
They do it. We peep it. Like, hey, wait. Now I hate to say it, all them boys from down south, from them, they skipping up to the front of the line getting extra milk and they drinking it. And when they took that mask off and they start coughing and stuff, they throw it up. And then what you do, you panic and you drop your mask. You drop your mask and you try to run out the door. The bad thing is, you gotta go back in and get your mask. Because they saying in the war, who else mask you gonna get? You gotta go back in, mask off, gas still in there, sniffing in that gas, or you try to hold your breath, it burns your eyes. I ain't drinking milk, but the snot came out my nose. And then you gotta come out like this.
On some Nelly shit. Yeah. Flap your wings.
Flap your wings. Flap your wings. You gotta come
drop
out
down and get your eagle on for real.
Now I'm trying to tell y'all, this ain't helping with nothing. This ain't helping you nothing.
You just fanning the burner sensation.
They just want you to look stupid when you come out there.
And they got pictures of motherfuckers and literally hanging on the wall.
Video of you, because they right there waiting. They know they gave you all the milk. It's thrown up. It's running all down your nose. It's all on you. Nobody got beards, but it's all on your face. Whatever you ate that morning, eggs, powdered eggs, is all up on your face and stuff. And you come out flapping.
Like you damn near, like you eat.
If you want to touch your face, now that you don't touch your face. You ain't supposed to touch your face.
You'll rub the skin off.
Yeah.
Or irritate the skin so bad, it will burn you. But which leads me right to my funny story, bro. Now, me being the devilistic guy I was, or not devilistic, excuse me. I was a little, let's say, adventurous, to the point where I would do shit and try shit and just to see if it worked. We're in the warehouse, right? Now, mind you, my MOS was a 92 hour. Or automated logistics, and then I later on transferred to medical logistics on the reserve side. They have this thing called atropine.
Oh, the atropine injection.
Which they educated us about, gave us classes on.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to help your heart race more and more. And this is fucked up, but it's true. If you're ever in a situation where you're running out of gas or you wounded so bad that there's it'll be eventual fatality. They give you just enough an atropine shot just to accomplish the mission, whatever your mission was at that time. Me being who I am, I want to see if the shit really worked.
Oh, man.
So we're in the warehouse, and when I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I totally forgot how they told us to inject it. Were you supposed to inject it?
Yeah.
Twist it, whip it, basically, break it off or what have you. Well, I hit it from the wrong end, and that needle shot out like a cannon and stuck my goddamn thumb, and my shit swelled up the size of a damn small potato.
Yo, that's all. That's like a brush.
Here's the thing. That's reprehensible with UCMJ action.
Oh yeah. You just destroyed government property.
Exactly.
You just destroyed government
That's what the hell I did. I concealed that shit all day long. The term, put your hand in my pockets, became a new term because my hands was in my pockets the whole day. Even in formation, trying to stand at attention was harder than a motherfucker. I got a thumb and 4 hands beside my side pocket. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, the military experience and the things that we have done was some of the best times of my life. And it leads me right into what I wanted to ask you, brother. When you became an active duty soldier and you finally found your way, by the way, I must ask you, how high in the ranking system did you go?
First sergeant.
Oh, so you was up there in the high official?
Yeah, I was at that point. You become a first sergeant, you don't do, your job is more responsible and accountable than anything. I mean, I'm at home on a weekend, I'm doing the right thing. But say, he get drunk, we go out and get drunk and get a fight in the club.
Which has happened.
I have to now leave my kids, my time with my spouse, and or I'm just chilling. I get the phone call, hey, your soldier is at the MP jail. Come in and you gotta go take you, the platoon sergeant, the squad leader, and you, and go see the sergeant major. So, I mean, it's a challenge in the beginning until like you get people to buy in. Soldiers you gotta really care for soldiers. And they gotta respect the name, not the rank. They gotta respect you as a person. If you care for your soldiers, they will try to lay the world at your feet. I'm gonna put it like that.
With that being said, here's the connection to sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Here is the connection to sports. The camaraderie that you learned in basic training and throughout your career, how does that relate into a successful situation when you watch teams like the Eagles, the Phillies, the Flyers, the Sixers? How do you think that relates? How do you view the game in a different viewpoint from your experiences of being around something that depends on the team to get a mission accomplished?
You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy. In sports, you don't want to be that guy that the team failed, lost. Mm-hmm. In the Army, you don't want to be that guy that, you learn this in boot camp when you on fire guard or something like that, and that drill sergeant teaches you. You fall asleep on fire guard, that means now the enemy done watched you. He ain't gonna wake you up. You sleep. He gonna sneak in and kill everybody else in there and maybe get you on the way out. But you just let everybody else down because it's your turn to watch them. Make sure they safe. And now you gotta write a letter home to the parents of everybody in there explaining. Now it ain't real unless you really in Afghanistan, but that shows you the importance of you putting your life in this man's hands. Because I'm going to sleep and we in enemy territory. It's your turn to stand watch. If he goes to sleep, we all did. There's no losing the game. You just lost your life. That's how you depend. And the friends that you make, they ain't friends. They become family. Like I said, I got friends right now. We didn't know each other when we was in Philly. But they all live in Philly. And we all still friends right now. We get together for barbecues, we hang out, we joke, we laugh, we fought our way out of clubs, fought each other. But if one of us would call me right now and say, hey, I'm in the building, surrounded, I would just be like, hey, it's just two of us that's going to go out today, not just one. That's the kind of brotherhood you make.
And as you can see, I got it, and he made me just lead right forward into what I was going to ask him as far as the camaraderie. And he pretty much explained it. That camaraderie is everything, man.
It's everything.
The fact that you said that I myself also have brothers and a brother that I just created. You know what I mean? See how that go? One veteran to another. We see each other, we greet each other, we share information, which leads me right into it. Not to be into your personal, but I think this will help a couple of our stranded and lost veterans out here who don't have the information to get, what they deserve, man. Not what they deserve and what they earn. Not what they should be given.
You earned it. They ain't giving this away. You earned it.
How are you along the lines of your VA treatments as far as getting the compensation that's just due?
I'm 100%. I'm 100% disabled. I haven't worked and it's not bragging. I don't want to like I'm bragging about it. I'm financially secure. I haven't had to work since I when I hit 50, I was driving for Carvana. Good job. It was a good job driving for Carvana. You would load cars up, drive to like Richmond, but at some point, you driving, you start to wonder, and I came up with a plan to say, I don't want to work. That's going to be my gift to myself when I turn 50. So I work, in the Army you work hard, so the civilian world wasn't hard for me. A 9 to 5 in the civilian world was cakewalk.
Cake.
Because it's like, y'all ain't screaming at me, y'all ain't responsible for nobody else but myself.
And the bullets might not fly over your ass if you
there's no bullets.
in the war. Shit. Imagine that. Get this shit done. Get these boxes, get it out. By the way, watch motherfucking bombs coming over Baghdad or the enemy might have snuck up on posts.
The first time I got shot at, it wasn't shot at, it was a mortar. And we was out there, I was in Afghanistan, I was standing at the, where the helicopters come to take you, because where we was at, it was out in the mountains. You had to, some of us had to rappel in. And we'll get into that maybe at a different time, but that's air assault. You don't land, the helicopter doesn't land. You tie yourself a rope, you hook up to the helicopter, you get out on a skid. I don't care how high up you, and I'm scared of heights. I am petrified. You won't see me stand on this chair.
Brother, I'm gonna let you finish. I have to commend this man. Because at that point in time, when they tied the rope around me, it would have been a casualty of war right there. I would have passed out, my heart would have stopped. That's the one thing that scared me from the military. You know how they used to play the commercials, they always showed you with the airborne range.
The airborne range,
and I'm thinking you got to jump in basic training. So I said I would never pass because I ain't getting in the planes. It's hard for me to get in the plane now. My first plane ride was El Paso, Texas. But we're getting there. I don't mean to jump over, but you just brought something back, bro.
You say you was in El Paso?
I was in El Paso in
wait a minute,
Fort Bliss.
What you know about El Paso?
Fort Bliss, Texas. Roving Sands.
You know about those city readers,
hey man.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something about El Paso. Let me tell y'all something.
El Tango, Los Pantalones.
If my boy gonna see this later, I wish he could call it, but me and him used to have a debate on where was the best place that we were stationed at. And it was either Germany or El Paso. And then I started telling him, like we always would say Germany because it was so easy. All you had to do was step off post. You can just go into a restaurant and the girls will, hello.
Hola.
That song, Me and My American Boy.
That
comes from there. That comes from the Europeans loving black American men.
Wow. You know that.
Why do you think she says, me and my American boy? She don't say me and my African, me and my Jamaican. Say me and my American boy.
Well, why not listen to that joint like that?
Take me to a place that is Germany. But then El Paso, them senoritas. Yo, there's a club down there called Grams. You got 100% hit rate there. You was 100%. You leaving with something. How Denzel say? Leah said that I'm leaving here with something.
I see. This is look. We also
I'm leaving with something.
We're telling you. We're giving the youngins
another outlet. Partying and clubbing. Now my nephews right now to this day. You don't know. I said, y'all ain't never partied like soldiers party. You will never see people party. We have balls, but you got to drink out the bowl, the
fish bowl,
big bowl, and they pour sand. They'll take a sock off, put it in there, dark, clear, bare. They'll take tears, supposedly tears, they probably have vinegar, and rinse it off in there, throw a t-shirt in there, stir it up, drink it from it all night. You got your regular bottles. And they okay for you to get, it's okay to get tore up.
Gotta let your head down, because they know the stress we
under. They know the stress, and it's okay. The thing is, when they get you, just don't drink and drive. They get you a bus, they get you a van, they drive you home, and all that. You party hard, you play hard. Only thing that kind of started messing it up was, I was in postal boat, and they started saying you couldn't mess with the officers. Enlisted couldn't mess, soldiers couldn't mess with officers.
Which we know that's not.
These relationship wise, you couldn't sleep with them, you couldn't have sex with them, none of that. They gave you a date. Like if you was messing with one, you had to cut off. They either had to marry him or cut it off.
You heard the movie The Officer and the Gentleman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where that term came from. Officers
NCOs
and
can't
the
mess with soldiers. And I'm gonna tell you, it's tempting, but no. You could be an NCO U30 and a soldier's 28. And everybody in the army, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Ain't no such thing as a fat soldier. When you permanent party, ain't no such thing as a fat soldier. Everybody in shape. You're in some sort of shape.
Mm-hmm.
Women are in shape, some sort of shape.
And like they say, them BDUs hide a lot of stuff.
And they wait till y'all have organization day, field day, and they'll come in shorts like it's painted on.
You know what BDU
And
stands
they be
for,
in
right?
their face. What do you think it stands for? I know we got our acronyms, bro. I know we got them.
It's gonna be a little add-on. Body under there.
Yeah.
Body under there. Believe that shit.
Remember the glasses we had?
Like this.
The birthday BCG. We call them birth control glasses. He was the ugliest glasses.
Moon, stars, and mountains with them bitches. Speaking of mountains, I gotta go into this. I have to. Another funny story here. And don't worry about it. We're gonna get back into it, ladies and gentlemen, because before we leave here, we're gonna get some information out where veterans can go get help. We're helping you file your claims. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Please file your claims. But again, back to my story for Blitz. It's kind of embarrassing, but see, I'm a very self-aware man, and I'm not afraid, to share some of my funny stories that may not be on the right side of my side, so to speak. I got beat out of my socks, bro. Not physically, but on the basketball court. My man Jerry, shout out to the man Jerry. Big Sarge, appreciate you, man. Love you, bro. Wherever you at, hope you're doing well. But yeah, we had we used to go back and forth about basketball, and I'm a big Sixers fan. I wore Philly everywhere on my back. Literally. You knew me, they go Philly TJ or Philly Tad. Whatever you knew, I was Philly bred. But real deal. So we one day decided to, make a bet, because he, was going against the Sixers. I think it was 2001 when the Sixers took on the Lakers. I'm a big AI fan, y'all, so I'm head over heels going crazy to the point where I told I risked a UCMJ action. I had to tell him, man, listen, man, we done worked hard all day. Can y'all get a TV in the cave room where we can watch the Sixers? Mind you, I'm in San Antonio, Texas. Well, not San Antonio, El Paso, Texas, excuse me. Thank you for correcting me. So long story short, we get on the court. I'm playing well. I'm going hard, injured my shoulder and everything, but I'm still dogging it out, trying to get it, get the W. The man literally beat me out my socks. And I literally had to pass my socks. Mind you, these are military issue socks, ladies and gentlemen. So they're not white socks. The bitches are brown. Brown socks. I'm passing them over like this. That's the goddamn. Here's the term. A man got beat out of his socks, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, that was just one of my funny stories, man.
I'm a boxer guy, and I remember boot camp you had to wear them brown grease.
Oh, God. Tidy whiteys, tidy brownies.
I used to hate that. Like, I want to wear boxers. But the thing is, the drill sergeant said you had to wear Army issue stuff. From your socks to what was on your head and basic training. The brownie ties.
I'm going to throw something right at you now. There's a reason why, and I've been military men in the city, yes. No disrespect to the Islamic population, respect to them, and how they carry themselves. But I like to believe that if you ever meet a soldier who's retired or has completed his Army career, there's a guarantee that they all have full beards.
Because he wasn't allowed. Yeah.
There was a reason why. Can you tell the people the first time butt naked shave.
You had to shave.
With a razor.
And you had to learn how to shave. You had to learn what going against the grain meant. You had to learn what kind of razor you had to get. You had to get hot water. And I used to put it on my face, that's it, with your shaving cream, and then you shave every morning. Every morning. Come out there with that little 5 o'clock shadow if you want. And I'll tell you, your little PT exercise is going to go a little longer. Now you got less time to eat, and now you got less time, or they're going to make you come down there and you're going to shave dry. You don't want to dry shave. Nobody wants nothing dry. That means everything in life. You know what I'm getting at. But you dry shave. That drill song going to make you dry shave. In black, you're going to get all the bumps. They're going to pop up. No.
Now, we got to get right into it.
I had a beard when I was in. It was like a chin strap.
And they made him cut that shit off as sure as he was shitting.
Speaking of reception, you know what reception is?
Absolutely.
I thought I was in boot camp. So reception. If you don't know, reception is like orientation at your job. But in the Army, reception is you all get there and you get your uniforms issued to you, your boots, you get your little fucked up haircut. They don't line you up, nothing. You can ask, hey, can you taper? They just look at you.
With no response. No response.
They go 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still got hair right here, they don't give a crap.
By the way,
they're going to tap you on your head and you're going to get up.
This show is sponsored by the shop, and we're talking about haircuts. Come down, Broad and Dolphin, and get your hair cut. And you may catch us in here, man, and be able to join the conversation. Again, come down the shop, located at Broad and Dolphin, get your hair cut. Show some love. Show my man, Jar, some love. Y'all heard him in the background. You'll see him on here every now and again. He's the man with the questions. Always got the questions. Always got the questions. And we always had answers. But again, you gotta get into it, man, before we get out of here.
Yeah.
You served overseas. I served overseas.
Yeah.
I must ask you, man, what was your most serious moment? And then, coming out, who gave you the game on coming home and getting what's right for you?
My serious moment was Afghanistan, hands down. Because other than that, you just train. You go to NTC, Fort Irwin, California,
yep.
And they give you everybody get lasers. The airplanes got lasers, the tanks got lasers, and you play it. So you get shot, you play your role, you die, whatever, you get medevac, you get sent to the rear, they bandage you up, fake it. It's all a game. But in Afghanistan, I was there for about 3 weeks, and the dude got blew up. He was Skyping his parents. He was on Skype, and a mortar came and just blew up the hut he was in. And that's when I knew in my mind, shit, some of us ain't going home. That's when I knew. Like, other than that, you was just worried about getting there, getting settled. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, you start worrying about pay. You ain't getting no tax. That's another lie. That's another folklore. When you deploy, you getting buku money. Buku. No taxes, and you get like an extra $1,000 on top of your money, plus the no taxes.
Some people got wives.
No taxes. You start saving your money, because you don't spend money over there. What can you spend money on? You ain't wearing, can't wear this over there. You're in uniform just about all the time. You spend money on maybe your boots, underwear, and maybe like lotion and soap. But that's like $20, $30 a month. Other than that, you getting like $4,000 or $5,000. You just stash it away. And the military is so smart. They tell you stash it away. You stash away 5, we're gonna put 25 on too. You put 5,000, we're gonna put 25 on you in there for you. Until it reaches a certain point, then it's just your money. And
For the game on the VA.
when I came home, my dad was in the military, but he had passed in 2008.
Sorry to hear that.
So I appreciate it. I came home 2016. The neighbor where I grew up at, that lived across the street from my mom, he seen the patch. He seen that 101st patch. And he told me to come over there to his house. And he told me everything I had to do start putting that claim. My dad told me about sleep apnea before he died. So I don't want to say certain things.
Right, no, we're not, no.
There's certain things I can't say.
Right, we're going to give you just enough
but
to get
if
enough.
you want to know, you come up or you call and we can let you know. But even if you did 2 years and you didn't go
So
overseas,
let me know, man.
you still get a claim. You could get a claim. Honestly, if people think you gotta go to war to that, you get it. How many times when you came out the field and you was walking and you start checking for your weapon? Oh shit, come on. It's a mental thing. Mm-hmm. It took me a while because you're using your weapon on your side or smacking up against you. Mm-hmm. And if you lose your weapon, you just go ahead and start praying. Because all hell comes to you.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
The Bible.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now you see in the wars where you see Rambo, they just throw the weapon down, go about their business. I don't know, maybe in a firefight, you could lose your weapon. I'll tell you a good movie to look at. I was over there in the same places where they was operating in. And this, the Wahlberg shooter. No,
I'm talking
he brought a
about shooter.
special forces unit.
Put the movie in.
The last
in the
soldier,
comments,
the last man standing.
ladies and gentlemen, if you know what
It's
movie
well
it
known movie. There's a dude that Lone Survivor. That's
There it is.
Lone Survivor. He plays the part of the guy that survived an attack. They were special forces. And you gotta learn about them all on your own. Those are people who legit say, I can't tell you where I'm going and I can't tell you what I'm gonna be on. That's them guys. They're the guys that grow a bigger.
Look like us.
Yeah, they look like this, and they in the army though.
Speaking of that, and we ready to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen, but this ain't it. This is the first of many times.
I would love to tell y'all about the club.
We're gonna get into it,
I
baby.
need y'all to our relationships, man.
You must stay tuned. You have to stay
20
tuned.
years.
You
20
have
years.
to stay tuned. But before we get up out of here, I'm gonna touch on this, man, and we both, I think it's something we both can agree with. Joining the military, young folks, is not what they say it is. All the old speeches, don't join the white man's army and all that good shit you've heard. It's just another, and if you hear it from anybody, it's just another way of telling you not to be anything or not to try anything or not to do something that's going to help you substantially down the line of your life. You're looking at two brothers who are retired at ages most we couldn't even probably dream about. But it's something that we were both told, and I'm sure we both can attest to this, by the recruiter when he recruited us, that you can have a chance to build a career and retire at an early age.
If you're 18, you can retire at 38 years old.
Think about that. Think about that.
What 38-year-old you know
Think about that.
legally ain't doing nothing.
But
They
collect
just
the
get a
check. That's the type of life that can be led out here. We're joining the armed forces, and you're looking at two prime proofs of it. And there are many others, and like I said, again, tune into the show, keep watching. We got the stories for your ass, the stories for days. This is just softcore right here. Wait till we really get to going.
When I get into it, it's some stuff.
Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, we got information for the veterans. Hopefully you caught most of it.
Yeah.
VA benefits are very important. Go down there to your local VA on Woodsaken Ave.
There it is.
Go on Woodsaken Ave. Get you a veteran service organization, a veteran service representation.
It's free.
It's free. And if some of you don't even have time for that and you think you can afford it, get you a lawyer. I wouldn't give a damn how you do it. But if you serve in the United States Armed Forces, you deserve compensation because, again, like you said, you can get PTSD just by going to basic training. Your body, your mind, your spirit is being broken down and built back up. That in itself can cause trauma.
When it was giving away $38 billion for the burner pit, that means you smelt a burner pit, it leads to cancer. The toxins they use to burn, and I'm just saying this about the food. It was the poop, the shit, the trains. They had to pull and burn the shit from the trains. If you smelled that or was around that, You get accomplice, you lose out on money right now.
Right now. You heard that right there.
And I think everybody in the 90s and early 2000s, when you was in 90s and back, and all the way to like 2000 or some change, you was smelling the burn at some point.
There's no way you could avoid it. And if you are avoiding right now something, you're avoiding helping yourself with an extra couple dollars in your pocket. And we all know everybody needs some money. Holler at your boys in the Angry Ted Show. My man Rob. Look for him to be on future shows. We're gonna educate y'all. We're gonna talk our shit. We're gonna continue to do what we do. Again, we appreciate the support, appreciate the love, and as always, on our ending, love on somebody, love on you. What's up? Peace and blessing. We out.